I got a box! Okay, I know my unboxings are usually pretty boring because I don't get very excited, but I am very excited for this. Also because, like, not too many people were able to get one of these, and I have a lot to explain. But somehow, when the pre-order madness was going on, I hopped onto Best Buy the moment they went live and was able to pre-order this. It had to ship, that's why I'm unboxing it now and not when it came out. It took like, I don't know, it got here on the 16th. And, well, you could guess by the title, I got the PlayStation 5. Let's open the box. Yeah. So somehow this got pulled loose in transit. Luckily, it seems like the box is okay. So let's just go for it. Ooh. 3D audio technology, wow. Okay, so it looks like this is probably the back. Play like never before, I'm gonna guess is their new slogan? Trademarked? Well, let's just get it out of this box and then I'll overlook the box. We got these poofy things. Oh my gosh. Eek. Y'all should probably know this thing is really heavy. So it's like the PlayStation 4 box, which I actually I have one up there. So it's not too different, it's just that one's blue and this one's white. Now this supports a form of 8K, which not too many people have in the first place, but it supports true 4K, I think, unlike the Pro, I think has like a, again, like a sort of weird form of 4K. And I do have a 4K TV, so I'm looking forward to seeing the graphics. I'm not going to go too much into the specs because I'm already running out of voice. I've been very busy this weekend, and then this finally showed up after a lot of waiting. So I got the normal disc model, since you probably are aware that I am a huge collector of games. Also, my internet is terrible, and I like the ability to trade my games, so like having a disc makes sense to me. And I'm just gonna open this up and see where we go. My unboxings are usually normally nothing like this, but ignore my sock if you can see it. But this is the style I'm going with, just because I want to get this open and play it. I'm going to record me setting the whole thing up, too. This opens interesting. It hinges. And then we actually, as typical with PlayStation stuff, this is just like an outer cover. Alrighty. Well, that's nice. They have the logo there. And some very basic instructions on how to remove a box from a box from a box. So it looks like step one is to remove this. Okay. This is probably full of stuff. Let's do that first, since it's not gonna, probably not too complicated. We got the power adapter, just pretty much exactly the same. The controller, I'll get onto that because the controller is very new, and I do not know what they feel like to hold. We got a quick start guide, which is pretty thick for a quick start guide. Wait. Okay, it's also in Spanish, that's why it's thick. And a safety guide? Gotta be safe with these electronics. Don't know if they're going to explode. What's in here? We got, oh, the stand. That'll be useful. An HDMI cord. This looks like the one that came with the VR, but it doesn't have the cute little PlayStation logos on it like the VR one did. We got the controller. Is there anything around it? There is. Came with a USB-C adapter for the controller. You know, these things are still standard with consoles, but when you buy a phone, they just don't give you anything anymore. I'm happy that we still get stuff when we buy our expensive consoles. Alright, here's the controller. Oh, you know what? Just through the bag. Well, let's take it out. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I don't know what... Okay. Let me just show it first before I get my first impressions of it. Aesthetically, it looks on camera more like an Xbox controller, but if this bit was just a bit thinner, it probably wouldn't be too different than the PS4 controller. I still haven't held it completely in my hand, though. There's a lot about this that needs explaining, but let me just... Alright, so it is bigger. I don't like how, like, this, since these are all different plastics, they're not sharp edges at all, but they're not completely smooth like a PS4 or any other PlayStation controller. But since it's so big, your hands are only touching the white parts anyways when you're holding it. Whoa, these feel really smooth. Like, the trigger action is exactly the same, but when you come down on it, it doesn't, you're not clacking against plastic. It almost feels like you're hitting something internal. That's interesting. L1 and R1 feel exactly the same, but they don't, it feels like they don't travel as far in because they're out further. Yeah, I guess it still feels, it doesn't feel like it's surrounding your hands like an Xbox controller. I do wish this was a bit thinner, and that these had the PlayStation colors, but, you know, it's not drastically as different. I prefer the PS4 buttons, I have to say, but you know what? It's good, and it has a lot of features, so let me go into that. These triggers actually have resistant feedback, so they can actually make it like where you have to push back or them kind of like vibrating. It's just like they're like resistance in that. I think it has multiple like DualShock things in it, so you can, I guess, feel the direction of vibrations. And obviously you got the touchpad here. And it is, since the PS5 is backwards compatible with all PS4 games, I assume this it has all the features of the PS4 controller too. Also takes a headset jack. It has, I don't know if that's like a microphone, and it has these contacts on the bottom, so maybe you don't need a adapter to charge it. The USB-C goes in the top. The analog L3 and R3 feel exactly the same. The analog sticks feel exactly the same. The circle button is kind of rounded off to the side, so like it doesn't feel exactly the same, and it doesn't feel like there's as much travel when pressing the buttons, which can be a good or bad thing based on your preference. I've been playing PlayStation my entire life. That's why like every minor change kind of gets to me, because PS1 through 3 were all exactly the same. Oh, and options and share are micro-switched buttons, pretty much exactly what they look like. None of these are micro-switched. These are all, you know, the squishiness we all expect from console controllers. Yeah, just, it feels slightly different, and I wish they did stick with the typical coloring scheme, because I don't know, the translucent style kind of, to me, is a third-party controller gimmick, but it looks really nice with this controller style, and it's very high quality. Very high quality. I don't know how expensive these controllers are going to be, but it's probably going to be expensive. I'm also sorry for ranting so much about the controllers. This is somewhat of partially a review, or first impressions. Here's the console. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, prepare myself. Here we go. It's the biggest, I think, console ever released. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I already measured. It does fit on my shelf, so I'm not worried about that. This is a different type of cardboard. It feels different. Very descriptive, I know. So just remove those like that. have no idea what type of material this is. It's like foam cardboard. It's not styrofoam. Alright, so we have the oddly shaped PlayStation. I guess I'm just gonna tear right into it. And by tear, I mean slowly try to remove it from this bag. Is it wrapped up? It's wrapped up. Okay. Whoa. Well, that isn't as white as I thought it was going to be. That's interesting. It has like a texture to it. Focus. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but it almost looks speckled. I don't think it is, though. I think that is the texture. That is interesting. Maybe it's just the lighting in here, but it almost looks speckled gray. But when you get up close, it just looks white. Interesting. All this is matte black, or piano black. Sorry, not matte. Very glossy black. Whoa. That is so cool. The reason for its size is to be, so they had put a giant fan in here. And, I'd say this looks like it's prepared to keep itself pretty dang cool. Along with the entire back. Oh man, having this upright is pretty cool. It's like a tower. But I'm going to have it on its side. With that. One, because I'm more traditional like that, and two, because it'll fit in my cubby. Alright, so you have power on buttons here, 2 USB plugs, the disc tray. Oh, the power on button and the eject button are printed up and down. So it is being very highly focused on wanting you to place it, what would that be, vertically? But I am definitely going to place it horizontally because I don't think I'll be able to fit it anywhere else otherwise. That doesn't seem too complicated. I heard that setting this up was complicated. So let's remove this plate, which I guess is what it sits on. Got this. Very, it's a flat base at least. Oh, I see. It has to be angled weird for if you set it up straight. Now it looked as if you just kind of slot it on like that. It doesn't screw in anything. I mean, that seems pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so you just put this base on, it clamps onto this edge here with some, with these pads that are built into it. You just clamp it on there. Seems to go right on. If you were to do it vertically, you just put a screw through here. Alright, I don't know why people were acting as if like that's a complicated way of doing it. You just lay it on its side. Now we have to remove the PS4 and also attempt to, I guess, hook up the VR. Maybe I'll just leave that unplugged for now. But enjoy this montage of me putting this thing together. Just to point out, these controls, like the button press isn't actually any much shorter. I think it's just the material maybe that's messing me up. Also that these have their own specific flex section, and like I said, these are ending on a rounded curve. And what I also noticed is the analog sticks, when you bump against the edge, again, it feels more, I don't know, less of a collision. Like on here you can hear it. Like, I don't know what that is, but I guess they either resist from the inside or just have softer plastic around the edges. Also, the PlayStation button is the PlayStation logo, which is pretty cool. Oh no, I just turned it back on! Oh, I guess I needed that. Anyone know what this cable is? It's not USB. Is that the VR or is that the camera? I can't remember. Here's my PlayStation 4 Pro. I will be organizing this stuff better later. Because I might end up still playing on my Pro. Or it might get moved into my bedroom. You know, that's pretty dusty in there. Hang on. So I'm going to leave the VR stuff set up, but I might just plug it directly into my TV for now, because I'm not sure the compatibility of it with the VR. These look like biodegradable things, like not plastic. Alright, comes the really heavy behemoth console. I think it just fits perfectly. Oh, we have some room on each side. Easy does it. Bam! It's like a spaceship in there. Look how beautiful that is. It kind of doesn't look like any other PlayStation though. Like you have the PS3, PS2 over there, and then the PS4 is just like white space noodle. Alright, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to pull this back out while I plug everything into the back, because there's no way I'm reaching around it. Oh, that's a design flaw. When you pull it forwards, the base comes off because it's friction fit. I don't quite understand why it needed a base. They could have... I don't know. I guess it's kind of wobbly without it, but they could have worked maybe around that a bit better. Okay, whatever this cable is that is not USB does not even fit into the PS4. It does go to my camera, so I don't know how to play the VR without this. Maybe I need to get a PlayStation 5 exclusive camera. That's a bit confusing. I'll have to look into that after all this. Or, I mean, I'm gonna hook my PS4 up somewhere, so that might be where I do VR. Maybe I could put it on its side over here, or maybe I'll just put it below the PlayStation 5. I don't know. Oh wow, this HDMI cord smells amazing. Now I'm gonna have everyone on YouTube sniffing their HDMI controllers. Or cables. Alright, and there's the PS4 fully installed, and I am out of breath. Did I say PS4? I meant PS5. If I said PS4, I don't know. Let's just... Well, that's interesting. I don't think there is. There is only one USB plug on front of it. The other one is a Type-C plug. That is interesting. I don't know what that could be used for. I guess just Type-C to Type-C. But, let's just get this going. I am going to plug... Oh yeah, and then I gotta get this hooked up to my capture card. But as I set this up, we're just gonna film the screen, so if there is any HDCP, I don't get it blocked. Oh, it's not gonna turn on because this is the first time. Whoa, I love those side lights on it. Oh, that's really pretty. It like glows from underneath. We got the standard PlayStation logo here. It already looks super pretty. Oh wow, it's very blue on my camera, but it's gray in real life. Man, this has to be in 4K. That image is beautiful. Look at this, this is so cool. Oh, the sides were just blue for a minute. Alright, if you have a game disc, insert now, we'll install it while you continue setup. Well, as you speak of that, expect gameplay on these pretty much later on today. I have Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed. I pre-ordered this, and then when I was there, they had some of these still left in stock, and I'm like, I need PS4 games to play. And I'm happy that my first PS4 games are both offline games, And it looks like these are going to work without needing internet, which is the whole point of physical releases, so I like that. So here's an unboxing within an unboxing. I'm very excited to play this. It's like a, I guess it's like a mini story within the original Spider-Man video game on PS4. But it's pretty much the size of a full-length game anyways. I think I got some stuff for pre-ordering it. That's what a PS5 game looks like. Pretty much a PS4 game, but white. It made a cool noise when it detected the game. The disc drive sounds exactly the same as the PS4 disc drive. Yeah, I definitely don't want low power mode. Did I just press circle for enter? Oh no. I hope it knows that I have a disc in there. I meant to press X. Update the system software to use network features. I'm going to do this later. I want to see everything there is before I really am connected to the internet. Oh, it's making such nice noises. It kind of reminds me of the PS3 when I first got it. Okay, so man, it's pre-installed. I don't have to download it. That's great. This Astro's Playroom is actually like more of a full game now instead of just a playroom. I'm pretty sure it's like an entire platforming game that comes with the PS5. How is the Oh no! You can't play the PS5 until you update the system software? Well, I'll see if Assassin's Creed works in a minute. So we have the UI is pretty similar to PS5, except you know, it's kind of a mix of PS3 and PS5. And I'm not too up on Xbox, but it's probably takes some from that too. Settings is in its own location along with your user. The settings look exactly the same as PS4. Alright, well let's see if Assassin's Creed works. That's a bit concerning if you can't play anything. Like, why sell a console with software that won't let you play the games you buy? I mean, once you update it, there's probably no way of de-updating it, so like, it's not like it has to be connected to the internet to play games, but that's kind of weird how they sell it to you without like the full updated UI needed to play the games. Or sorry, system software, I guess. So this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I wasn't gonna get this, but so far it seems like the only other PS5 game that I would be interested in, because you can play it offline, and I like platformers, and I've played some Assassin's Creed. One of my first PS5 games was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. These video game cases, I don't know why they smell so good when they're new. Alrighty, are you going to work? Please. I mean, this was a last-ditch game that they put on. Update later? Oh, man! You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess you can't buy a PS5 for someone who doesn't have internet because they won't be able to play it unless you buy it used, and then it would probably already be updated, but... Why, though? Why not just sell it with the needed software on it? Well, I'll be back, I guess. Alright, here we are inside the PlayStation 5, and I'm gonna do a little bit of gameplay of Astro's Playroom while we wait for things to update. Whoa, when you press X, the whole... Man, the feedback on this is amazing. The controller, like, did a little bump. Japan Studio. Man, these graphics are amazing. Oh my gosh, the music is so happy. I'm already loving this. Okay. Right. Man, the feedback is... I can't even express how good the feedback is in this controller. So this experience was created to show you some of the cool tricks possible with the Dualsense wireless controller. Ready to join Astros for an adventure inside the PS5? Let's dive in. Wow, the feedback, it really does, like, feel like... Oh my gosh. So, you could feel where they were just placing those building blocks. Trigger effect. Oh my gosh. So at this point, it feels like it stops, and then you click in, and it clicks more further down. That is crazy. That makes it feel more like a gun trigger, because on a lot of guns, it's like loose, and then there's a crisp click. Or if it's a cheap gun, sometimes it might be a bit more like this, where there's some resistance and then it clicks. That is just amazing. This guy complaining at GameStop was saying how, like, one of his friends disabled this feature because he felt like he was gonna break the triggers, because, like, you're literally squishing against them, but that's the point. They made it to be like this. That is amazing. I like that. Motion sensor. Oh, the 6-axis. So we have DualShock, we have 6-axis. I see why they call this the Dualsense. It's full of little robots. Microphone. So it does have a microphone. Hello. Whoa, I made it. I freaked it out. Whoa, this is so cool. And it's nothing like the old DualShock where it's just two spinning things in the handles. It really feels like it's the whole controller. It actually kind of feels like it's coming from the center of the controller. Oh, I sent out a little boy. Alright. So, typical Mario controls. Oh wow, I like that. Man, you can feel every step, and then when he jumps, it's a slightly harder step, and it like vibrates even a bit when you jump. It's very subtle, like you wouldn't think about it. This is crazy. I love how this comes pre-installed. It's weird how they don't give you like the software needed to play actual games, but this comes pre-installed. I love how it comes pre-installed because that's basically like there's no way to get rid of it, I guess, unless you deleted it. So as a physical game collector, I like that this is kind of physically on the console when you get it. Okay, so you want me to turn these both on? Oh, I see. I can break through objects with my superpowers. Oh my gosh. I cannot express to you what this controller feels like. Like, I thought it would just be a gimmick, but it's not a strong feedback. It's a very light feedback for everything you're doing. So it's like very subliminal. That's the thing that's cooling this thing. The giant fan, they're very proud of that. Your PS4 sounds like a jet engine. So these are all the parts of the PlayStation. Oh, there's a PS1. Interesting. CPU Plaza. So I'm like playing inside the console. That's neat. So what do I mess with first? Cooling springs. Oh, this is kind of like a world select in other platformers, I guess. Memory Meadow. Is that going to be testing the speed? Solid state drive speedway. Oh, that looks like it would be testing the speed. What is this going to be, though? This is interesting. Kind of reminds me of something from PlayStation Home. Man, I wish they brought back PlayStation Home. Although this is definitely funner than PlayStation Home. It was just an interesting way of interacting with people. Like, can I play games here, or is this just a place to run around? Okay. Oh my gosh. So now the entire trigger has, like, resistance. I don't understand. Oh, I don't have enough coins. I get it. That having these trigger resistive things is a whole new way to play. I do find it interesting that they didn't add the back buttons. I forget what they're called. That a lot of consoles were adding. I thought the PS5 was going to have that. They're probably going to have an additional thing, like they did with the PS4 for that. Let's go to the Speedway. I like how they try to make it have seamless loading times. Okay, we just need to collect a bunch of coins for gambling. Completely innocent concept. Alright, are these the enemies? Yes, they want to hurt me for some reason. Man, this just makes me want Ratchet and Clank even more. I don't think it's gonna come out probably until the summer. Or no, maybe it'll... I don't know when it's coming out. Maybe March? Oh, I have a glider, okay. Oh, it's 6-axis. No. No. Alright, little guy. That way. Oh my gosh. Dodge the motorcycle, boys. Yeah, I gotta say, the shape of the controller isn't messing me up too much. Although, my hands do feel warmer than I'm used to. But I don't know if that's the controller's fault or just me being excited. This girl's climbing it. Oh no, she's just special. Oh, the music is even saying SSD. Smart. I wonder if in other countries does it still say SSD? Actually, what is the SSD called in other countries? Like in non-English speaking countries, I mean. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a spin attack. Cool. So, I'm also sorry that I couldn't record this in 4K. I bought a 4K capture card, but it turned out it was not a 4K capture card. It was a capture card with, like, 4K pass-through. So, like, I could view it in 4K, but it didn't record in 4K. So that's why we're recording in 1080p. So it's going to look exactly the same as a PS4. I mean, most games are. We've reached a point where games are harder to get more realistic. I'm sure after a while, like, PS5 games will look noticeably better than PS4 games. And they'll be able to do a lot more with shorter loading times. I like how they just want to show off that they can have lots of physics on lots of different things. Okay, I guess I can't kill those guys. Look like Killzone people. I'd like another Killzone PlayStation. That was my first PS4 game, was Killzone Shadowfall, and that was really fun. I didn't get the new Black Ops from GameStop because, like, out of, like, first-person shooters I could have bought for this, because, like, you have to download the whole thing anyways, so there's not much of a point buying it on a disc. I'm just gonna get it from PlayStation Store if I do get it. Oh, we're doing the trigger thing again. That is just the most satisfying thing. I'm not a big fan of motion controls, though. The triggers are just too satisfying not to use, though. I wonder what's down here. Another puzzle piece. It's a Vib Ribbon reference. Oh my gosh. What are the odds of that? Why in the world are they referencing Vib Ribbon of all games? That game I don't even think was released in America. It's a rhythm game where you could, like, put in your own CDs in your PS1 and play rhythm games to it. Let's make a PlayStation explosion. Come on. Should I get out of here, or is this gonna kill me, or is it gonna look cool? Whoa. What is that? It's the multi-tap for the PS2. I have one sitting right next to me. That is very accurately rendered. Whoa. Like, it has that texture and everything. That's beautiful. You'd think that's real life. Oh man, I want to find a console now. Is this a reference to something? Saving people from quickstand? Well, the system software is ready to update, but I think I'm just gonna play this and then end this little overview of the PS5. There's things I like about it. or things I love about it, and so far it's looking really nice. You know what? Before I finish this, I want to see if I can play oh, it's a PS2 memory card. I love that. I want to see if I can play PS4 games in this without updating. Is this basically just an upgraded PS4 until you update it? Oh gosh. Oh no! That was violent. Oh. Oh. Bad boy. I don't know how to attack you. I'm just gonna go in here. Man, this goes on for a while. I want more platforming. Oh. Thank you. Yes, so let's, after I get through this, let's check if it can play PS4 games, and then I'll go. And then the next video you see from me will be a Spider-Man, APAV tries Spider-Man. Oh, I just launched a satellite. Wait, it has money! I want money! Whoa! What is happening? Oh, it's a PS bot? Don't tell me that these things are actually from a PS2 game. Is there a PS2 game called Wait, no. Is this Eco? This is Eco. It's blue. It's a Astrobot parody of Eco. I see. It's really nice for PlayStation to include this entire platforming game for free. It seems like a pretty good game, and it comes pre-installed, so you don't have to wait for it. A minigun? Okay, never mind. It's the best game of 2020. It's a minigun that shoots water balloons. Explosive water balloons. Okay, I know these are two completely different games, but it kind of felt like Jak and Daxter when you jump with the minigun. Or like Jak 3 or Jak 2 when he has the... I forget the name of the rifle, but the one that's like this. Hey, it's a move controller. Huh? A type rope. Inspired from Sly Cooper. Whoa! Man, I'm a destructive little boy. I'm gonna guess this is the end. I'm destroying gravity itself. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? No! 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 Oh my gosh! This is getting more and more difficult for a little Astro Boy game. Go. Speed is key. Now where am I? Oh, the mic? The SingStar mic? Seems like in this area, it's mostly PS2 stuff. Okay, I passed through those pretty quickly. The final boss! Okay. No! Oh gosh! How many times do I have to damage this guy? I'm sorry about this, man. I did it! I'm on Rainbow Road. Well, that's a nice touch. They end it with the PlayStation logos. What? You don't gotta hit me with the feels, man. Why do I feel like crying? This is just amazing. Got the whole PS2 startup logo here. Oh, now I want to go play some PS2. And there's the PS2! Man, that is one new, shiny new PS2 right there. They worked really hard on modeling these. Emotion engine. Thanks, man. How'd you know that you gave me the feels? So it's a collect-a-thon platformer, I see. And that was the PS2 section of the map. Alright, I would like to gamble my life away. It's gold. Oh, a network adapter for the PS2? Wow, okay. So this would strap onto the back of your fat PS2, so you could attach it to, well, I think to your phone line. Another puzzle piece. This reminds me of the gotcha machine in Ape Escape. Astro bots from the PS4. I assume, do they still look the same? I think they actually still look the same, don't they? Yes, they do. I'm gonna have to get used to this option button being there. Controller seems good. Hands seem very warm though holding this controller. I like very small controllers because it gives me, I don't know, room. Okay, so when you press start, it doesn't bring you back to the full menu anymore. It brings you to this little preview menu. You can check on everything. If you hold it, it brings up this menu. If you tap it, it brings up this menu. Well, I'm gonna put a PS4 game in here real quick and see if that works. And then I'll see you in a little bit if you stay tuned for Spider-Man. Alright, so even the PS4 games aren't working. This is infamous, so you would think out of all the PS4 games, this, like, practically a launch title for the PS4 would work. Alright, well, it looks like PS4 games just don't work until you update it, along with PS5 games. But, the update is finished installing, and then I'll never have to be online ever again. Except for, like, playing online games and stuff. I'm just pointing out what it requires you to do in order to really turn it into an offline console. It's really annoying they don't put that built in. I guess when they make new models you won't have to, but that's kind of weird, Sony. Why'd you do that? But yes, thank you guys for watching this extremely long video, and I'll see you guys in the next PS5 video. Thanks for watching.